Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E435 and 1944S plastic tube roll. How's everybody doing today? We will let a couple people get in. I'm going to draw a chip here. Chip number 5. Time to clean my chip bucket out. Debris in there. The coin vault. What's happening? We got Ant2242, Kevin Hawthorne, James Valley. Welcome to the show. Happy Mother's Day to those mothers out there. Dan McCumber, welcome. Go ahead and open this up. And get her rolling. Coin number 1 in the roll goes to Mickey. You getting any rain down there yet, Ant? We have RPMs, double die obverses, double die reverses to find. Odd question. When did the definition for Privy Mart You know, I'm not sure. I think the actual term Privy Mark is kind of new. I think my first reference that I heard about it was like 2019 or 2020? On the W quarters. Yeah, we're just getting thunder up here. Not seem to get any rain. Got some machine doubling on this one. AZ Coins, how are you? Yeah, I'm not too sure. I will look into it and see if I can find any information, and I will ask around to some other people, but honestly, I probably know less than you know at this point. It's very actually, I think I've heard of something about a Great British coin that had a Privy Mark. But like I say, I will look into it. That is a fantastic question. Ah, all right. So it is from the British. You know, I seem to have remembered something about something to do with British. Next coin, Dirty Water. Yeah, that's all good stuff there, Ant. Let me check something here real quick. All right, got my pages up now. There are some doubled eyelids. Actually, there's a really nice doubled eyelid. I think it is DDO number 8. It's probably one of the strongest in the series. Coin 10, when I start recognizing duplicates, I will not look at the reverse. Coin number 5, James Valley. Coins of pretty good quality in this roll. There is some, this was master hub or working hub doubling on the 4s. It is on 44D and 44P also. Coin 6, Brad. I did get a chance to watch that interview with Randy L. on Coin Show Podcast. If you haven't seen it, you really need to watch it. She is she's got a great ability of speaking, and she kept your attention. It was real easy to watch. I learned a ton from it. So if you haven't seen it, definitely go over and check it out. Coin 7 for Stan. It was a great interview. I think that was their best show that I have seen. It really kept my attention, and she was so good at speaking, she didn't even need anybody to ask questions. She seemed to flow right into their questions when they did ask. Coin 8, Chubby Pop. Remind everybody we will have a reveal show tomorrow. Doing my best to get these reveals shipped out. Should have about 6 more packages going out. Probably more by then, because I'm going to work on them after this reveal. Oh, coin number 5. Coin number 5. James Valley wins the giveaway. Congratulations, James. You are the winner of a credit of $5 towards your next bill. All right. Man, I'm losing everything around here. E 435 James V. Let's look at this coin again. Frostbite, welcome. How is your Mother's Day going? Is the mom in the family happy? My wife had a wonderful day. I cooked her dinner. Pretty much babysat the dog all day. Yeah, like I say, Ant, I think there's a British coin in the 1800s. I just can't. My brain keeps going there. I just can't put my finger on it. Joseph Cooper, welcome. I don't think that is a doubled eyelid, but I'm going to take a look with the glass and see if it looks a little bit more. Ooh, it does look more significant. Let me look at this a little bit more. That means there's another one of these. I saw that in an earlier coin. Yes, I did see it. Email Chuck too, Joseph. I've got some, but I would prefer he takes care of it. But I will definitely get back to you on it. But definitely email him first. All right, it's not that one, is it? That's 7. It's not 7. Let me grab Wexler's real quick. His are probably not all listed. I am going to hold this one out just to work on it a little more. That should be number 7. Oh, I wish he would put photographs of the mint mark when there is. Let's see if I would see anything. Ooh, that would be something that would stick out. Nothing there. Ooh, all right, come on. Let's see what we got here. Nothing there. Well, there we go. Got a match. So it is a doubled eyelid. It is WDDO. It says it's 1D08. 1D08. Yep, 1D08. It sure is. I would have missed that. So Carl gets a copy of 1D08. Let me rifle through the first 1D0008. The first 10 coins and get the others out. All right, there was one other copy, and it was a coin for Paul Hampton. Coin number 11, Taco John. Start up roll hunting. Getting my desk. Nice. You know what? You'll find out, Joseph, is you will never. You'll get it all nice and clean and ready to go, and then all of a sudden it'll be a disaster area. I clean my desk, and I'm like, I'm never gonna let it get like that again, and it always gets like that again. As a matter of fact, I couldn't find the roll to do today because it was buried on my desk. I was panicking. Not a good sight to see me running around panicking. There is another one. You can see it right here. 1D08. Got a little die crack above the VDB, and there's that. Then we've got this little die gouge right there between IB. That's a marker. We have got these little die scratches right here from the C. And this die scratch from the A. And then just some unique die flow right here. It is definitely the same die pair. So Chuck Patillo gets a 1D08. Brad Anderson, welcome. Just a little late. Need to get home and hunt. I'm buying rolls. Been here. Oh, you're still in the hospital, Dan? I am sorry to hear that. That is interesting on the 4. Let me see if I can see anything there. I think Wexler considers those all master hub. You see this has got like 3 right there. That's why I'm looking. Let me look on Variety Vista also. Definitely nothing on that site. And nothing here. Let's see if we got anything on copper coins. I am going to hold this out just to double check. Let's see what this one. Definitely not. Definitely not that one. So let's look. All right, what I'm seeing here, I'll show you. I'm seeing multiple serifs on the front of this 4. This is the 4 that's always doubled, and then sometimes you'll have a little bottom right here, but I'm seeing a little bit more. And I'm going to have to take pictures and send to Chuck. See what he thinks. So I'm going to hold this out as a not sure. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Dan. I hope you do get better fast. Now my wife. Nice. 70D FS 101. That's pretty cool. This is the same die pair as Russell's coin. See, I see 3. I think there's the master and then an extra. Let's see if we can find anything else. Nothing significant on the date or Liberty. But I will hold this also. Trip, welcome. Coin 15, Mark Thomas. No, I get it. There's a lot of FS varieties that aren't. And yet another. Third die in a row of the same die pair. I'm going to have to definitely have Chuck take a look at that one. Good. That's good to hear, Dan. And another one. Wow. Even though, boy, that sure is interesting on the front of the last four. I am leaning towards it being a double die. Oh, maybe not. This has it too. Same exact doubling. All right, so that's cool. It is not the same, or it is not. It is the working hub doubling that is mentioned. Did you mention that it's a rotated die also? You know, a lot of 70, 71 have rotated dies of about 25 to 35 degrees for some reason. I'm not sure why. Coin 18. Mickey. Pretty sure I'm seeing an RPM on this one. Right here. Let me take a quick look. Got nothing there, there. Not that one. So let me look at Wexler real quick, because I don't think there's a ton for this date. Boy, there are some nice ones for this date, though. Look through the listings and you're like, ooh. Looks like there's about 30 listed on the Wexler site. Doesn't seem to have a lower serif. That one. Could be WRPM 28. Let's see. Boy, there is not a lot to look at as far as markers. Yeah, maybe. All right, that little die scratch should be something that you can see. That you should, oh, that could be it. That is it. WRPM 28. RPM 028. This real quick. All right, coin 19, the coin vault. Later die state. First time we have seen this for sure. Turn down the, wow, real late die state. We will check the reverse out on this. Is there any dates you guys want requested to do reveals on? Just let me know. And I will do my best. Between me and Chuck, we will do our best to get it done. If I buy any more... Well, if it makes you feel better, Joseph, I've probably got 50 rolls of 55S. $44S, on the other hand, that's one I don't have a ton of. I might have 2 more rolls left. And rolls have been, they went on a binge where I was getting a lot of them. And I haven't gotten anything in a few months now. I mean like two or 3 rolls, that's it. And they were really stuff I couldn't use. It was basically because I told the guy I'd buy anything he got. Can I buy some 55S rolls? I don't sell a lot of rolls, CoinVolt, but I bet you if you emailed Chuck, he would be more than happy to sell you some if he has them. I, in general, don't sell coins. I sell just enough to pay some expenses, like for my Photoshop subscription and stuff like that. But mainly, wow, these are all late die state now. $88D. That is something I can do. I think I've got 8 brand new $88D rolls that I don't think we've looked at any of them. So that is a possibility. I'm going to have to get under the bed and dig for those though. But 88D is a definite. Any of the 80D rolls, I'm pretty sure I've got a pretty good assortment of bank wrapped rolls. The problem with those rolls is you open them up and you never know what's in there. Being zinc rolls, they are definitely not necessarily in high quality. Now, tubed rolls tend to be in better quality for some reason. And I don't know why, because oxygen does permeate plastic tubes. But I think it's because moisture is held within the paper. And there is little fissures and stuff like that on the surface of the zinc. And ultimately, Joseph, you never can have too many Lincoln cents. My wife probably doesn't agree. But I just keep getting them. I think if you're talking about the coins that Chuck, the rolls that Chuck were going to do, yes, they are actually on their way to me to be sorted. If it's the 61D roll I'm thinking of, I think it had a lot of stuff in it. But those videos, if you go to the Copper Coins channel and hit the live button and scroll down, you will see them on the playlist. So you can go back and watch them if you just happen to miss them. Yeah, I think there's only a couple of reveals that didn't get saved, and that was because there was a copyright deal within them. And I think it was Chuck singing on one of them. He sang too long of a, more than 5 seconds or something like that of a song that was copyrighted. Yes, those have been done, Coin Vault. Matter of fact, like I said, they're on their way to me. I think they're arriving Monday. Matter of fact, let me check that. I can actually see when they are coming. All right, coming to me soon. Huh, I don't know. It says they're still in Charlotte. You already got yours. Oh, the 3 packs of rolls. I thought you were talking about reveals. All right, now this, I believe, is the double die. It is. That is 1D08 for Mark. Oh, I bet you are. I bet you are, Dan. I got when the dog hurt herself. I didn't get to do much of anything because it was 24-hour care for a week. So I sat next to my dog for a week, and I tried to look at coins, but she was very demanding. I would start looking at a couple. I had a couple 71S rolls I wanted to search, and I got 10 coins in, and she was just whining and losing her marbles, and it made it very unpleasurable. Yeah, I think if you go ahead and watch the reveal Coin Vault, he did. I think he did reveals on those on sister rolls. Not that there are die varieties within the roll, but there definitely could be the same varieties within the roll for you to find. Coin 32. Sireg. what I thought. Barely see it on this one, but it is there. Finding this double eyelid on a circulated coin would be very difficult to do, especially with a microscope. I bet you it shows up better. It does. It shows up real easy with a magnifier. Next coin, Mickey. I kind of like Mercs. They're one of my favorites. Yeah, I like all the Art Deco stuff on coins. I like the Buffaloes. Coin 34, the Coin Vault. We are finding one. We found one RPM and a bunch of doubled eyelids. Yeah, Mercs are beautiful coins. I like standing Liberty quarters. I like the Walkers. I actually like all the coins from that era. I did do the chip. It went to James Valley, Joseph. Coin number 5. Coin 36, James Valley. Speak of the devil. Wonder where that saying came from. I'm sure there's a religious connotation to it. There is one of our doubled eyelids. Go through and check just to make sure. I'm sure you will see. There's the die scratches right there. And there's another die scratch right here. Coin 37 for Brad. Dirty Water, welcome. Yeah, that's another one. 1D08, you can see it right here. And we can verify that with those die scratches through the Sea of Scent and that die scratch from the last A in America. We also found one RPM, and it's WRPM 28. How are you doing today, Dirty Water? Coin 39, Chubby Pop. What's under Lincoln's chin? It's not a clash, I don't think. Oh. No, it's not a clash, but it's like a little depression in the die. Nice. Good eye. I didn't even notice that. The late die state die. All right, there's 50 coins, it seems like, in this roll, which is good. Coin 40, Paul Hampton. Looks to be... coin I don't recognize. You would still get it, Coin Vault. We have had a couple times we've had $300 or $400 varieties. We haven't had any of the big ones, but I mean, chances of finding the big ones. At one point, I had heard only that those were found in cigarette change. And then I heard stories of a fella in Hawaii that had 12 bank wrapped rolls that he found 25 examples in the 12 rolls or something like that. And then I heard a story of another original roll having a couple in it. So they obviously made it into some rolls too. $63. So it's not that hard. The problem with 63, Joseph, is the quality of the cents in 63 is even nice uncirculated examples kind of look like they look bad. The washing was bad. The striking was bad. It just seemed like the quality in 63 was bad. Heard 2 were found in Philly in a penny bag. Oh, I'm sure. I do know that. I want to say that. Well, that would be Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, that's where the vending company was that supposedly got a lot of them. And originally, as the story goes, and of course it's just story that's been handed down from collectors, is that you would buy a pack of cigarettes and they were 3 or 4 cents, and the machines didn't give change. So you had to put a nickel in, and you'd get a pack of cigarettes, and it would have 2 Lincoln cents taped to it. And that's where supposedly the majority of them came from, is from those vending machines. Really? I've got a lot of 63 cents. I'll send you one. Coin 46, Farm Dog. Yep. Adventures with Maxwell. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I have heard stories of people having a bunch in dresser drawers and stuff like that. I have no personal experience. I did know a coin dealer that had, I couldn't tell you how many he had. He had a lot of them though. But he also had a lot of 14Ds. More 14Ds than I ever saw in one place in my life. Mostly circulated, but he would only keep them if they were XF45 or higher. He would get them all graded, and when I had my shop or my business, he would sell the ones under 45 to me. Any rolls of dimes? I have lots of rolls of dimes. What kind of dimes are you looking for? We actually have done a couple reveals on dimes. We don't do a whole lot of other denominations, but I've done a roll of 46p dimes. I think I did another roll of dimes. I don't remember. I was debating on doing a roll of 55S dimes that I have. Silver. I might do a roll of 55S dimes. We'll have to see. Coin 50 for me. 75p roll. Ooh. That is that is. I think. Let me look. I think that is another copy of the RPM. It is. There should be. I'm not going to be able to see it on this one. Yeah, a little die scratch like right here. But I do believe that is it. Let me look at Mickey's coin. Let's see if I can find anything else on it. Markers that Wexler has for this, I believe they're here. They're definitely there, and they're definitely that one. Let me look. The reverse is... Yep, it's there. So this is another RPM 28. It is an S over S. Just one. But tomorrow I have, where is it? Let's find it. This 1960D. It is Tails Tails. So I'm not sure if it's large date or small date. We'll open that up and be surprised. But I want to thank everybody for joining. And I hope to see everybody tomorrow at 5. Then we have a reveal show at 7. Technically 2. If you could hit that like button on the way out, hit the subscribe button. We are pushing to try to get 10,000 subscribers on the channel. You want 67, 68, 69P, 70D, or P. All right. I will take that into consideration when I get my rolls out tomorrow. I will also work on maybe doing a dime roll in the next couple weeks. I will talk to everybody later. You guys have a great night.